On today's podcast, we have Marina Codes, a data science engineer, full stack developer, freelancer, and data science teacher from Algeria. When did you start coding?
It's about 2015, 2014, yes, 2014.
Right, and then have you been doing Python since then?
Yes. No, I started Python in 2019. Yes, 2019, yes.
Right, and then you've been doing data science since then?
Data science, I started data science in 2020, yes.
Right. And were you doing full stack development like before then? So you were doing like Python, have you done Java before? Stuff like
I
that?
did,
C++? plus plus?
I'll explain you. I did computer science. It means full stack development. I used HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, and PHP. Then I started to learn G2E. It's a Java double E. It's known. So then after that, I started to learn data science. It's the field I loved. I loved the field.
What kind of projects have you done in like machine learning and deep learning?
What? Excuse me. What?
What kind of projects have you done in deep learning and machine learning?
So I was dealing with projects in the big data a lot. Projects in big data. Also, I worked with machine learning, especially with supervised learning
Okay, great, yeah.
a lot. Supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning a little bit, not too much. Okay, I didn't use it too much. I used deep learning, yes, of course, deep learning with big data. It used a lot with big data, and I think that's it.
And so how is, I heard you freelance as well, is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Right.
I'll
So,
explain you how can you be a freelancer in data science. Well, you can participate in many projects, especially in kagelweb.com. It's websites for data science. You can sell your projects, your interpretation, your explanations in Kaggle, and everyone can participate in your course. It's paid courses, yeah, of course.
so
That's the most used. The Kaggle is the most used in the big data in freelance in data science. You can sell actually your projects. That's it. You can offer your services like yeah, like you can find a company which has a problem with her data. Well, you can offer your services. You can offer them I don't know, maybe application of a specific machine learning algorithm, and you can start work online with them and freelance with them. You can try to solve their problems with data, etc.
so, so what kind of technologies would you use in that field then? So would it be SQL, R? Did you use that as
No,
well?
no at all. It's not SQL. We don't use the SQL in data science. Data science, it worked a lot with huge big data. SQL cannot work with a big amount of data. So we use no SQL. It's NoSQL. No SQL. No SQL means Adobe and different technologies which deals with big data like Amazon, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. They don't use SQL. SQL it's for structured data only, and you can say it's not very huge. It's a little. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand. Right, so I saw on
Okay.
your Instagram as well, you have a current challenge
Yeah.
going called 100 Days of Data Science. So do you want to explain that?
Yes.
What that's about?
Sorry. What?
Sorry. So on Instagram, I saw they have this current challenge going called
Yes.
100 Days of Data Science. So I was
Yes.
wondering if you would explain that and how that's helping you.
Yes. It's a really interesting challenge. I did it. So I did it a year before, and now I'm repeating it with my followers. Well, you can start with the 100 days of data science. You're trying to understand, to get to know data science during 100 days. Okay. So first of all, you can start with what is data science, definition of data science. Then you can go to application of data science. Then you can go to Python programming. It's the very first step. You cannot understand data science without Python. Okay. Then you
You
can
say,
start. Then you can start data processing, data collecting, data cleaning, then machine learning, then data visualization.
is it
It's like a challenge when when you try to understand, when you try to get to know data, when you try to become a data scientist during 100 days. That's it.
so? Is it starting from scratch and then going from those 100 days, a day zero, to in 100 days? So
Exactly,
you're quite confident.
exactly. Yes,
Okay, I see.
yes.
Okay, great. And then, so how would you also? What's your way to get leads to work with companies in the data science field as a freelancer? So how do you reach out to companies? What's your way of doing that?
Actually, I reach companies with I offer my you say my services. I mean my profile. I offer it during Indeed. I offer so I probably Indeed also Kaggle. I comment a lot. I speak with data scientists. I try to get to know to them. They offer me chances to work with them to get experience with them. Actually, I know many teams which work with data science. They helped me a lot. They gave me their experience in data science and data analysis. So many chances with them. I get to know a lot of them with them.
And would you say that you were building a personal brand in data science? So you're trying to build your personal brand? Would you say that correct?
I try to build my own, you can say, my own project in data science. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help companies in my country to use data science in their technologies because it's not very used here in my country. So I'm trying to help them to use data science. That's it. That's my goal.
What would you say the current level of development of data science and these kind of technologies are in Algeria compared to,
It's
say,
huge. In Algeria, I'm not going to lie for you. It's not very used. It's not very because in Algeria they don't use very big data, a huge amount of data. But I think in the world, it's really interesting how it's being developed very quickly. I'm so surprised at how data science is becoming the science of the century of this century. I'm really surprised. Well, I think it's becoming the most the demanded field because we're dealing in 2023 we're dealing with huge amounts of data, so we need data scientists around the world.
would you say that this field has a lot of room for expansion and growth in the next coming years?
I'm sorry.
Would you say that data science has a lot of room for expansion and growth in the next couple of years? It's going to continue to grow at a very extreme way as it has. Right?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's really growing in companies and around the world. That's it. That's what I was trying to tell you.
And then, so we have quite a big following on Instagram, so it's quite a decent amount. So, what advice do you have for data scientists that wanna increase their following on Instagram? Increase
Yes. I think my advice will be try to get to know this field. It's really interesting. It's the science of our century. We need data scientists which deals with big data. We need always data scientists in every company, in every project. We need a data scientist. I think data science it's the perfect mixture between machine learning, artificial intelligence, also deep learning, big data. It's really interesting because it offers you not web development with Python. It offers you artificial intelligence, which is this with cars. We use it with autonomous car, with a lot of things. Also, it combines with machine learning. Machine learning, it's a really interesting field which uses intelligence. We try to apply human intelligence with machines. It's really interesting. That's why I love big data science because it englobes all of these fields.
Well, yeah. So as you kind of touched on some of the stuff that you really enjoy about data science and what really brings you to the field. But would you like to elaborate more on that? Like, what do you really love about data science? What really brings you to it? Why does it make you
Yes,
passion for you?
because I find myself development. I love web development. I find myself working with Python. I find myself working with artificial intelligence. I find myself trying to find solution to different problems. That's I think not every field has this chance to try to find solutions to different problems, companies' problems, big problems. We're dealing with big problems, so it's really interesting when I try to find the solution to big problems, to different people, to different projects. It's really interesting.
Would you say that as deep learning and machine learning and stuff like this increases and its competency increases, do you think
Yes,
that do you think there could be a possibility that it could take jobs? Do you think it could you know, replace people?
yes, of course, it could replace people. The first one who could replace it, I think, the driver. I think with artificial intelligence, we can not 100%. Of course, we always need a driver, but I think we will get you will understand with time. Like Tesla, the car Tesla. Yes, Tesla. It doesn't need really driver. That's what we call supervised learning and reinforcement learning. This is a very small example of using machine learning also in healthcare. For example, healthcare, now we have machines that can recognize different diseases. So we don't really need specific persons to get to know a specific disease. Also, like different, there are many examples that I don't get to mention all of them. But I think yes, you can say that it affects the people, it affects the jobs. Yes, of course, because when we try to develop something with human intelligence, that means we are trying to abandon human intelligence. We are trying to give human intelligence to a robot, to a machine, to get to work like humans. That's it.
So do you think that data scientists need to go to a university or some other higher education institution
No at
in
all.
order to do data
No
science?
at all. No, at all. I think a data scientist can learn by himself. There are different possibilities. I'm sorry, I'm going to shut this down. You can see me? Can you see
Yeah,
me?
that's fine. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm telling you that he can learn by himself. I'm a huge fan of self-education. I taught myself everything, even though I did data science in university, but I teach myself everything. I was trying to get to know data science by myself. Actually, in university, they don't offer you different projects. You have to work by yourself. You have to search. That's I think that's the beauty of data science, of web development. It's you can develop your own, I mean, you can develop by your own. There are different courses, there are different free projects in Kaggle Data Camp. You can learn, you can practice. I think it's amazing. You can learn it by yourself. You don't need any degree, or don't need anything. All you need is your computer, your loving, yeah, I mean, your love to do something, your love to self-education, and that's it.
So what areas of um, what areas do you see like you said healthcare for example, like what areas like that do you think like data science and machine learning are going to
I
have a
will
massive effects?
Okay, I will give you an example. With COVID-19, they used data science in it. They were trying to predict how this virus will go in the future, how it will be with them, with the I mean with the planet. will he increase or decrease, or he will be stable? They use data science. This is a small example of health applications. You can say they were trying to predict. This is data science. We're trying to predict from different features. We're trying to predict. That's what we are trying to do. This is a small example. ERM. Do you know ERM in healthcare? It's a machine which try to recognize cancers, diseases. That works with machine learning. Actually, that works with machine learning. It's part of data science. So you'll help the machine to get to know the disease or the cancer or I don't know what the exact disease. You'll help her. You'll help the machine to get to know the disease from what? From different inputs. From different inputs, we're trying to help her to predict what disease. Okay, that's yes.
Do you think that like machine learning and data and stuff like that will be able to completely get rid of the human side of things?
No. No, we always need the human. Actually, the machine abstracts her help from the human. The machine cannot work without a human. No.
I think eventually machines could be able to code themselves. Do you guys have a possibility?
Machine will be able to do what?
Code themselves.
Hold themselves.
Like be self-sufficient, code themselves?
No.
Code their own code?
No, I don't think so. I think machines will always need humans. Machines that are not humans. That's it. They cannot compare. I don't think they can have the human intelligence. They cannot have the human brain. They can be a part of a human brain, okay, but they cannot have the human brain. No.
Do you think it'd be possible in the future that multiple machine learning models be put together to like solve multiple problems, like almost close to a human brain? You got like a really big model with a bunch of small models in. You think that's a possibility?
No, I don't think so. I think that the human has the control of it. I think the human controls the machines. It's not the machines who controls the human. No, I don't think so. No.
Do we know like AI warfare with humans anytime soon? It's not a thing.
AI what?
AI warfare with humans not happening.
No, I don't think so.
No,
actually, I will explain you one thing. Well, machine can act like a human. They can think like a human, but the human can shut it down any minute. The human has the whole control of a machine. The human gave the machine the intelligence, a part of his intelligence, but he can take it back in a minute. So I don't think so. No.
So would you say that people who say that machine learning is something to be scared of or dangerous, or AI in any way, or it's scary and dangerous, do you think that they're blowing it out of proportion? Do you think it's not something to be afraid of, nothing, worry about?
So at all, not at all. I think AI, I think data science, machine learning. I think it tries to help the human. I think you can use it in a good way. For example, when you used it in COVID-19, I think it helped the human to predict how this virus will work. I think no, I don't think so. I think AI, machine learning, data science, is trying well. It's a field which tries to help the human to have a control of big data. You have to have a control of many things. I don't think so. I think it helps the human.
So okay, so for young people trying to get into the field of data science, what would you say is the best way to start? What you would have done? Like
Python
you would do it all again?
Python programming. They should start always with Python programming. They should know what is Python, what is libraries of Python. They will have to get to know this programming language. When they complete this programming language, they can start Python in data science. You know, they can start what is data science, data cleaning, data collection, data mining. Then they can go to machine learning, artificial intelligence, then data visualization. Data visualization, yes.
What are your favorite tools for data visualization?
I'm sorry?
What would be your favorite tools for data visualization? So do you use Plants libraries or?
For data visualization, you mean what technologies I use?
Yeah,
In
what
data
technologies
science?
you would use for?
Yes, Power BI. I use Power BI. There
Okay.
are many things, but I use Power BI. Well,
And then
you can say Power BI because it's really easy. It's helpful. I know it's paid actually. It's not free, but it's paid, but it's really easy, helpful, and many data scientists use it. So when I get trouble or something, I can contact them.
so would you say outside of data science, what beliefs and thoughts would you say dictate and influence the way that you live your life?
I didn't hear anything.
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Outside of data science, what beliefs and thoughts would you say dictate and influence the way that you live your life?
You mean what would you say? I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Okay, so outside of data science here,
Yeah,
what
outside of data
beliefs
science.
and thoughts would you say dictate and influence the way you live your life?
Okay. Well, my principle, well, I can say my principal codes in life is self-education. Always try to teach yourself. Always try to search for anything new. Always try to teach yourself not one thing, many things. Don't stop in one thing. I mean, you don't have to say, well, I studied artificial intelligence. That's it. I'm not going to do another thing. No, try to learn what's machine learning, what is data science, what is data visualization, what is data analysis, what is data mining. Don't put limits to your mind. Open your mind to many fields. Don't because data science, web development, in computer science in general, we have to be dynamic. We don't have to stop. We don't have the right to stop. You know. So self-education first. Self-education is it's my main code in life.
So, okay. And then, wait, so you were a full stack developer as well, right?
I'm sorry.
So
What I am?
did you do web development as well? Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
So HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap. Also, I used WordPress. I create websites with WordPress. Yes.
And then, so what kind of stuff did you do in that avenue as well?
What kind of
And what
stuff?
kind of projects and stuff did you do in that avenue, that field?
I work with the personal projects. Actually, I don't work in web development. I work as a freelancer with personal project. It means a client has a specific ID. He's trying to apply this ID for his website. I'm trying to apply his ID, and that's it. I don't work in a web development with companies or all. It's only for personal projects as a freelancer. That's it.
And are you freelancing in data science as well, or are you currently working a job?
Are you feeling? I'm sorry. Are you feeling what?
So are you freelancing only in data science as well, or do you also work a job as well in data science?
Yes, I am a coach in data science. In real life, I am coach in data science. So that's my
So
real job. That's my real job. In freelancing, I work as a data scientist and creating websites with HTML, CSS, PHP, or Python, also WordPress. That's as a freelancer. But in real case, I mean, in real life, I am coach of data science. I am a teacher of data science.
so you work in a school, is that correct? Or university?
No, I don't work but a school, but it's private school. It's not university. It's private school.
Oh, is it online?
I'm sorry.
It's like an online school?
Open mind.
Online. It's fine. Okay. So yes, how best do you teach people
Online, you
data
said online.
online? Yeah. Yeah. Is it
No, it's
online?
not online. No, it's not
Oh,
online.
okay.
It's in Algeria, yes.
And then, so what tool techniques do you best use to teach people data science? What's your
Well, I have, you can say, I have a program to, how I can say it in English. um, you know, I have a program. I don't work like uh, like uh, like for me. I work with people who doesn't know what data science is. So I always start with them with Python programming. Always we're trying to get to know what is Python, what is his libraries, what is his frameworks. Then we can start data science, data collection, data cleaning. I think that's data mining and data analysis. Then we will get to know machine learning. We use we always use I would say that I use Python, but there is R. It's the most used programming language for data analysis. But I use Python for myself. I use Python. So yes, I use Python. There is SPSS also, but I use Python. For me, I use Python.
great. So wait, what would be your favorite Python library then?
I think
Pandas.
there are many. I think
Yeah.
pandas. I love pandas.
Pandas? Oh,
I
okay.
think yes. I think there are many. I love all of them. I use them all. But Plotly, it's really interesting. It's for data visualization. I love that's about I love it.
Okay, cool. And then which one thinks better? TensorFlow or PyTorch?
TransFlow.
Okay, cool. And then yeah. Um okay. I think that's fine. Anything else you want to say?
I'm sorry.
About data science? Anything else you want to say about data science or anything?
Uh, I think data science. I think it's a really interesting field. I always give my advice to people who I teach. I always tell them to try not to be so interested in theory. Try to apply your ideas. Try to get to create your own ideas. Your own projects, your own idea of project to apply what you learned in data science, because data science, it's not theory, it's application. It's 100% application. Try always to know to create your own project, practice and practice and practice. I think that's the main thing in data science and web development also. Web development also, it's practice. It's based on practice. You cannot memorize all everything, but with practice you will be able to memorize them indirectly.
It's okay. Yeah. So thank you so much for today. It was great talking to you.